Hello everyone, this is Prince and Nicola here. We just bringing you a video today just to show you the process of the setting out and the foundation digging. With this house in particular, we thought about the layout of the plot, where we wanted the house to be. We wanted open plan living with a pool design at the back. So we decided to place the house in the middle of the plot, which enables us to have ample room at the front for parking, but also a spacious area at the back for the pool and an alfresco dining area. What you're seeing here is the digging of the foundations. We had to go down quite deep with the foundations due to the size of the open plan living at the back of the house. The span of the open plan area at the back is 13 metres by about 7.5. So the kitchen area at the back of the house is 12.5 metres wide by 7.5 metres, and then we also have a separate living room and study towards the front of the house. When they was digging these foundations, we had to go quite deep as well, and it was quite strong, wasn't it? It was quite hard, the soil.
Yeah, it was a very difficult ground to break through. And I guess what the builder said to us was when it dug about 2.5 feet, he said, we're done. And we said, no, we need to follow the drawing, which was showing that the foundations need to be 3 feet deep. Then the columns bases need to be a further foot away from there. So where the columns are, they needed to go down 4 feet, then 3 feet for the foundations. That did cost us additional money because they said they assumed they were doing what they usually do in Ghana. But we said, no, we need to follow the drawing because of the last span we have at the back of the house where we got the kitchen. So we insisted doing that. We will give you a cost of how much the digging cost us. What we will be doing on this channel is trying to give you a cost in terms of linear meters or square meters, so that you can compare that with your project to know if your cost is reasonable or too expensive as a guide.
What you're seeing here is the column mats and the columns being produced. With these columns, there was 22 in total that we had to put in, and they was quite large in size in terms of the depth of the iron rods, weren't they?
Yeah, it is. We have some of them which are about 6 foot by 6 foot. Some of them are about 4 foot by 4 foot. In terms of the column bases alone, we got some of the columns which are over 1 meter wide to the area where the kitchen, the large span area is. So quite, it's not your typical columns as you see with of the house. So that will be reflected in a cost when we come to part 2 of the foundation video, where we tell you how much the whole foundation cost us.
That was one of the challenges as well, wasn't it? That often when builders come, they start with their quotes. They don't realise by looking at the plans that it's not always a standard kind of development. So we have to kind of discuss and make sure that they fully understand what they're producing.
Yeah, I guess it was a real challenge trying to follow the plan because, as you know, back in home in Ghana, people will want to do things the way they always do it. I guess the way we able to go around it, mind you that we are project managing this back from the UK is that we make our designer, the engineer, regularly goes to the site to insist that they follow the drawings.
Yes, and what we've also had is when they was doing kind of the iron rods, we ask daily for kind of close-ups and videos so that we can make sure that the spacing is correct and things, which we was able to correct some of the errors that there was kind of making as well. Here you see on this video they're now starting to place the mats and the columns into the foundations that they've been digging.
Yeah, this is towards the front of the house. You'll see those are our front.
That's the porch, yeah.
Porch columns there.
What you'll notice at the front there where they're putting in the columns is there's a wall. That wall is not the front of the house. It goes beyond that, so there will be a space at the front of the house for driveway and parking. This side of the house is actually, there's more width to the side of the house of this part of the land.
Yeah, we decided to move the building slightly to one side to have a larger, just about 5 meters to one side. The neighbor there is a friend, and we decided to have some breathing space really around there. That is one of the large columns you see there. That column is about 1 meter wide. By the time it's casted, it's a very large column. We got 3 of those, which are spanning around the kitchen.
We noticed quite a lot of the guys when they was coming to site. It was one of the common themes for talking of these are too big. What are you building? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it is. There's anyone that goes there, they say this is over-engineered. I guess it is. People can't appreciate that when you got a very large span, which is 12.5 by 7 meters wide kitchen open plan. You need to have a column to support it. So yeah, I think it's well designed and well engineered, really. Yeah, so yeah, all the footings have in place. We're waiting for a couple of days, then the block work to start the block work.
Yeah, we'll bring a part 2 video where we show you the block work process and the filling in when we actually came to Ghana and started the rest of that process while we was in Ghana.
Yeah, I was keen to be there before the filling is done because I don't believe in where people pull laterites and wait for 6 months for the rain. It needs to be compacted properly. So I was sure we were there to monitor that process. But we'll run you through how we did that, so that will help you when you're doing your project as well.
Yes, and also we wanted to make sure it was present for when we do the DPC. We wanted to use a very specific type of DPC to not have any issues with damp and mould.
Yeah, it's the issue, isn't it? Because what is using by majority of people is not the right product. So we were lucky. We wanted to buy from here, but we were lucky to find that the same product that is used in the UK is sold in Accra. We bought it online, went to pick it up. It was great. The guys hasn't seen anything like that before, and they were surprised of the quality. And since then, a couple of my friends who are building began to use it.
So what you've got on the screen is the cost for the digging, which is £3.15 per metre. And then we had the extra digging cost for the column base, which was £2.63, which was in April 2022. We will bring more videos with the overall costs shortly. Thank you.